Hi guys, so today take out your math books and turn to page 195. On page 195 you will be learning about two different ways of doing division again. One is through the distributive property and the other is through partial quotients. So here it says the distributive property allows you to divide each place value position by the same factor. This might be a lot easier for you than doing the partial quotients. Okay, so on draw it, it says Jesse has 369 beads to be split evenly among 3 necklaces. How many beads can Jesse put on each necklace? So basically, if we use the cubes, it says circle the numbers, which is 369 and 3. And then underline the question. How many beads can Jesse put on each necklace? So now we're going to solve it. We're going to find 369 divided by 3, which tells us that the words how many and each tells us that we are going to divide. So here is our distributive property box. When we did multiplication, we did the box model. Remember that? The area model? This is almost the same, but you get the numbers from the outside. So model 369 as 300. We're separating that 369. 300. And then 6 is in the tens place, so it's going to be 60. And then 9 is in the ones place, so that's going to be 9 here. And if you notice in the box that they drew out, they made a big box for the 300, a little smaller box for the 60, and a smaller box for the 9. Now it says write each quotient above the bar. 300 divided by 3. You can, if you have 3 flats, you can divide it into those 3 groups, and each group will have 100. So 300 divided by 3 is 100. The next one is 60 divided by 3. So if you have 6 tens, that equals 60, and you have 3 groups, you will have 2 in each group, right? 2 tens, so that would be 20. 60 divided by 3 is 20. Then we have 9 divided by 3. If you have 9 units and you want to divide it into 3 parts, you'll have 3 units in each group. So 100 plus 20 plus 3, you're going to add the quotients. 100 plus 20 plus 3. And that's going to be 123. Are you guys following along right now? Okay, so 369 divided by 3 equals 123. Okay, so Jesse can put 123 beads on each necklace. When we multiply that, you will multiply your answer times the smaller number in the division, which is the 3. So if you do that here, 123 divided by 3 is, should, not divide, multiply you should get 369. So 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 1 is 3. So we checked it and we got 369. So that means this answer is correct. So you can do this with just about any division problem. You can separate the big number into these boxes and then divide it by the smaller number. When you divide it, write your answer up here and then add all the answers you got together. And then you will get your answer. Okay, so this is the distributive property. The next one we're going to work on is the partial quotient. This one might be kind of confusing for you guys, but you should be able to do it if you understand it. If you don't, we will go over it some more tomorrow. So with the partial quotient, it is kind of confusing. Even to me, it's kind of confusing, but it's kind of the same way. So here we have our problem. There are 738 students in Manuel's school. There are 6 grade levels in his school. With each grade having the same number of quotients, how many students are in the 5th grade? So if we circle our numbers, we have 738 divided by 6. Our question is how many students are in the 5th grade? So some key words that I saw in here is the word each and how many. These words tell me that I'm going to divide. So 738 divided by 6. 600 is close to 738 and is compatible with 6. So divide 600 by 6. 600 by 6 is 100. So we put that number here. 600 divided by 6 is 100. So 6 times 100 is 600. Then divide the tens. We have 38 for tens. So 120 is close to 138. When we subtract 600, we get 138. So 120 is closer to 138 and is compatible with 6. So divide 120 by 6. If we put 6 into 12, it's going to be 2 times, and then we just add the 0. So 20 times. So the partial quotient there is 20. And then we subtract all that and we get 18. So it says divide the ones, divide 18 by 6. 6 goes into 18 3 times. And 3 is the partial quotient. So if we put all this together, you're going to add the partial quotients. 100 plus 20 plus 3 equals 123. So there are 123 students in the 5th grade. If we multiply that, 123 divided by 6, we should get 738. Let's check it here. 123 divided by 6. Multiplied by 6. 6 times 3 is 18. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 1 is 13. Carry the 1 up here. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 1 is 7. So we got 738. So our answer, whoops, I made a mistake right here, is actually 123. So this is the partial quotient. And yes, it is kind of confusing, but it can also be accurate. So for your exit ticket, you are going to do number 1 in your book. Do not tear out these pages. And make sure Joey and Liam stay in their seats. So answer this question. It says, how would you use the distributive property to find 242 divided by 2? So you can draw it out. You can make the bar and then divide it up. Right here, we have 200. We're dividing up the big number. Then we have 40 because of the 42. And then we have the 2. This 2 goes on this side here. And then you just write your numbers up here. 2 divided by 200 is 2 divided by 40 is 2 divided by 2 is, so just write your answers up here in the boxes up above. Okay? Then add them up. If you do all this, you should get the right answer. Just make sure you check your work by multiplying your answer times the small number in the division problem, and then you should get the big number in the division problem as your answer. So if you have those answers together, you should get the right thing. Okay, so that is all I have, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.